They go play action here on first down. Wide open receiver complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And now what they want to see here, he's still down on the field. Obviously such an important part of their passing game, and the training staff, they're going to have to attend to it.
First carry for Thomas Rawls. And he's got this one just across midfield to the 49.
Earlier, partner, when discussing Russell Wilson, you said you think he's best when Seattle is running back centric. Is Thomas Rawls the centerpiece going forward there?
I think so, because of what he did 2 seasons ago before he got hurt. Because he runs that offense the way they want it run. One cut, downhill, get upfield, and Thomas Rawls is perfect for that. If he stays healthy, that allows Russell Wilson now to throw the play action, to bootleg passes that really hurt other teams defensively.
And Rawls has youth on his side, just 23. On second down, here's Wilson. Well, the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
First down, this is Rawls. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38. The veteran Carlos Dansby in on the stop. Here's the offense. Certainly some threats on this offense, and one of them that they target is Doug Baldwin.
Not only does he do a nice job catching the ball downfield, he's also a tremendous blocker that helps unleash the running game.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. On second down, Wilson. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver. And it's third down. The defensive starters now for Cincinnati.
Carlos Dansby is a versatile linebacker, comfortable at either outside or inside, and always a respected team leader.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down. Third down, Wilson. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
On is Hauschka now for the Seahawk field goal. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And they're not going to get the snap off. This might back him out of field goal range. So on 4th down, here's the Canadian-born punter John Ryan to kick it away for Seattle. Back deep for the Bengals, Adam Jones. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Down the numbers. There he goes. He's at the 30. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Adam Jones taking it in. And the Bengals are going to take a first-quarter lead. They get the stop defensively, force the punt. They score without their offense even stepping on the field.
I remember playing on special teams and teasing the guys on offense like, look, you don't even worry about it. You guys just hang out over there. We'll bring this one all the way back to get the points we need. In this case, they actually got that done.
So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And drive number 1 for them was a punt. We'll see what drive number 2 holds here.
And oftentimes you think to yourself, okay, second possession, let's go ahead and open things up. Let's get a little bit crazier on offense. Maybe it wasn't a matter of that. Maybe they just missed a block or two, and maybe they had the right plays called. Sometimes it's just the execution. Let's see if they can execute a little bit better on this drive.
And the back goes into motion. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. You know, Charles, for Graham, so much concern early in the season about whether he'd be ready to play this year, what would happen recovering from the tendon. Not only was he ready, he played every game this season for Seattle.
And it wasn't just the injury concern with Jimmy Graham. It's how Seattle runs their offense. Remember, when he was in New Orleans, he could expect a ton of passes to come his way. But in Seattle, that number was going to be reduced. Would he be able to maximize what they were going to throw in his direction? And he certainly did this year, 65 catches.
65 catches, just shy of 1,000 yards, 6 touchdowns, too. Baldwin coming off his first Pro Bowl appearance. He had career highs, Charles, in catches with 94, over 1,100 yards. That also a career high. Pretty good season for Doug Baldwin.
And I think the place that he really started to take off was midway through 2015. The connection between he and his quarterback, Russell Wilson, where they were playing more from the pocket, bigger plays downfield. That just propelled him into 2016. That, and anything he perceives as a slight, he uses it to his advantage, and he just goes out and plays.
They'll come out in the pistol. On 1st down, Wilson. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
One receiver left, 2 to the right. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Tackle made there by Ray Malaluga, the linebacker.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Wilson on second down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. Wilson. He's got Lockett. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number 1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Now Wilson. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Luke Wilson from a yard out. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up.
First and goal. Forget running the football. Forget establishing anything. Just put it in the end zone with the pass for a touchdown.
Oh, yeah, I guess that's the definition of catching the defense off guard there. They weren't expecting that.
And that totally goes against type, doesn't it? When you think first and goal from the 1, you're thinking running play.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. Come up with exactly 1 minute to go in this first quarter. Hill, the lone setback. A first down throw coming for Dalton. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete. The tight end, C.J. Uzama, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
So the incomplete pass brings up second down. Play clock winding down. Passing again. Dalton on 2nd and 10. Boyd's the target, and he has it over the middle. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down. The Seahawks, here's their defensive lineup.
Earl Thomas is the rangiest free safety in the game. Great reactions, great understanding, and boy, will he strike you when the ball's in his area.
Nine yards to go. It's third down. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Throwing, Dalton. And that's complete to LaFell. A really nice gain of 25 yards. try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Bengals with a football to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. Shift together here from the D-line. Now a first down carry. It's Hill. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, on that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
And the offense behind the chains here, a touch on 2nd and 11. The play fake to Hill. Dalton. He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A.J. Green, 55 yards. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Well, they had gone run the previous play. Nice little setup. This time they go play action. Defense bites a bit, and they hit for a big play in the end zone.
So they sold it really well, didn't they? Because of just what you described. They ran it the previous play, come back with the same action, and now they step back and throw it and get a big play for a touchdown. But what happens as a defensive back is your eyes have to go to the right place. You always hear a coach talk about, are your eyes in the right spot? Well, this time the eyes went to the play action. It froze their feet. They weren't moving, and he went on past them and caught the pass for a touchdown.
And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
To throw is Wilson. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. That incompletion, Charles, gives me a chance to put you on the clock real quick. NFC teams last year that did not make the playoffs that might make a push this coming year.
Well, 3 that come to mind right away that we thought were going to be in 2016. Minnesota, remember the start they got off to before that didn't work out so well for them. Arizona, we thought they were a lock to be in the playoffs. In fact, many of us called them Super Bowl contenders. And Carolina, the defending NFC champs going into last season, they didn't make it. So I think that all 3 could return to former glory. I'm going to give you one way off the pace here. You ready?
Let's go.
The Los Angeles Rams. They get the young quarterback going, and that defense continues to live up to expectations. They can make a real strong push in the West.
They've got the D. You're right. They just need the O. They give them 15 more, and it's another first down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On first down, Wilson. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Wilson will throw again. Drops it underneath for Rawls. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now 3rd down, less than a yard. Again, we'll see the pistol here. On 3rd and 1, Wilson. And he's got Lockett. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
First and goal from the 8. They'll try to run with Rawls. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain, and it's 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
They snap it at 1. Now Wilson. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
This will be play number 8 on the drive. It's 3rd and goal. They come up in an offset eye. On 3rd and goal, Wilson. And he's got the big tight end, Graham. Touchdown, Seattle. Jimmy Graham from 8 yards out. And the Seahawks are now just an extra point away from moving out in front. Now Hausch can attack on the extra point. And he'll bang that one through. Hausch out to send this one away following the score. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Blue 10. Dagger. Check 50.
Eifert, the man in motion. Dalton, 1st and 10. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield.
I was working the Buffalo game when A.J. Green got hurt on, I believe, the second snap. And never came back. A hamstring injury, couldn't finish the season, fell just short of 1,000 yards, which is something he does each and every year.
And that broke his streak of 5 straight 1,000-yard seasons. So you're right, he does do it every year. That was Week 11 against Buffalo, wasn't it?
Week 11, unable to make it back, but still voted to the Pro Bowl.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run.
Set. 5-20. 5-20.
A 1st down throw coming for Dalton. Complete to the right side. It's Eifert.
I think in a lot of ways, Tyler Eifert is happy to wave bye-bye to 2016 because of the injury issues. Got hurt in the Pro Bowl, missed the first 6 games of the season, and then couldn't finish the year with another back injury.
Yeah, and the one that hurt, that Pro Bowl injury, supposed to be such an award for the great year he had a season ago, and just never really got things going this year, did he?
Such a difficult matchup, especially in the red zone. Look for a big bounce back in 2017.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Cincinnati after this. The play clock's running down. Here's Dalton to the left side here for Eifert. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there, you know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They send Green to the left on his own. The wide receiver moving to a new spot. On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Brandon LaFell, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
And that one was knocked away, and I think the defenders are going to be a little upset with themselves. They made the play on the football, but that one felt like a forced pass by the quarterback. Thought he had someone open. He really wasn't. Maybe an example of having too much confidence in his receiver that no matter what, I'm going to throw it to him. And that was a play made by the defense, and it could have been a bigger one.
Blue 10! Blue 10! Dagger! Dagger! Out! Out! Zebra! Check 13! Check 13!
And he motions the wide receiver. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Here's Dalton. And a right side completion here by LaFell. They get 17 down to the 17, and it's a first down.
And those first downs do add up. The offense keeps the ball moving downfield and keeps their defense on the bench, giving them a chance to rest.
Dalton operating in the red zone now. His throw incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And it's 2nd down.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10.
Set 380. I'm coming after you, 25. I'm coming after you, 25. Ace. Alert 3. Alert 3.
And the wideout in motion. Passing again. Dalton on 2nd and 10. That is caught. And he's brought down. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
There's nothing like getting out of the gate and finding your favorite target. Andy Dalton just did that with A.J. Green.
And some people call that a nice fantasy football connection as well.
Yeah, they're piling up the points that way. They want to see that continue.
They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
I still like the idea of letting your tailback get you home. But here, they let the fullback try to get the tough yard. And that's the toughest spot on the field. And he stopped for no gain on 1st down.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. And now here's a sneak. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Andy Dalton as the first half is winding down. And the Bengals are going to jump back in front. So they're able to capture the lead here just before halftime.
And not only that, they get the ball to start the second half.
That's right.
This is almost like basketball down the stretch, right, where you get the 2-for-1 situation where you try and get 2 shots to your opponent's 1. In this situation, they got the touchdown. They'll get another shot at to start the second half.
Could be a big turnaround. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
Sometimes it looks pretty simple batting the ball away, but oftentimes there's some pretty good teaching and practice that goes into it. Being able to get to the receiver, not interfere, and get his hands through the football and knock it away.
2nd and 10, it's Wilson again. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. So the D-line's going to spread out. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. It's caught on the left side by Baldwin. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield.
I don't care how many times you tell the story, it never loses its luster for me. Doug Baldwin, undrafted out of Stanford, and plays like a #1 receiver should in the NFL. I don't care how you cover him. I don't care that his size isn't great. He's the one that typically comes up with the football.
Absolutely. His roots go all the way back to Gulf Breeze, Florida, where he's from, right on the water near Pensacola, and then, of course, to Stanford, and, boy, he's been good. Wilson on 1st down. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
It's always a good play when you're able to bat a ball away or down, because if you actually tip it in the air, now the offense is getting a second shot at catching the football, or another receiver may come along and grab it out of the air and turn it into a big play. So if you make a play on the ball, make sure it's knocked away or down. Otherwise, there could be some jeopardy.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. So offense moving a little too slow there, could not get set, and they get the penalty. So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's 2nd and long. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. It's complete to Lockett. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. 1st and 10 for Dalton. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll make it a 2nd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down. They'll come out in the pistol. Fakes the give to Bernard. Dalton. Green's got it over the middle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Nice completion there for Andy Dalton. Charles, you worked some of his games when he was at TCU. Now you've worked his games in the NFL. What progression have you seen?
I've seen a guy who took over as a freshman in college and got better and better each year. Always added a little bit more to his game, gets stronger. But the best part about him is he's always been accurate.
Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Shift together here from the D-line. Defense showing blitz. Dalton sets up play action. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Well, it's real easy to ascertain that in the game plan, Andy Dalton to A.J. Green was deemed vital.
And it certainly was the focal point of the defense. They just had trouble with it. Most teams do.
Well, that just tells you how good it is. These guys have grown together, coming into the Bengals, getting together early, and continuing to get better. Doesn't matter what defense is put out there. They feel like they have an answer for it.
Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. On the counter, it's Hill. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the 2nd half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. They send Green to the left on his own. Now the play clock hits 0 here, and we're going to get a delay. Dalton throwing on second down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro free safety, Earl Thomas. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. Another pistol look here. After the interception, here's Wilson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. CD, wanted to get your thoughts just on the landscape of the offseason for each of these teams. Super Bowl in the rearview mirror, but so much going on. People look at the draft a lot, but there's a lot more that goes into the offseason for these front offices, is there not?
It certainly is, and even before we get to the draft, you start with the combine, that's held in Indianapolis every year, and you have about 350 of the top prospects coming together to get their physicals and interviews and on-field performance, and all that'll get evaluated along with their game tape. And then you've got the free agents, all right? That starts, I believe, in early March, where now the free agents can start moving around to different teams. So your team's starting to take a little bit of shape there, free agency, because then the draft's coming up. You're trying to put your team together with new draft picks, have everyone start to move in one direction. And then you have the OTAs and minicamps. You get to see them on the field for the first time. And we start to get a better idea of how these teams are going to look when the fall begins.
From the gun on third down, Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete.
Whenever they're trying to attack a zone defense, you're trying to figure out where your gaps are going to be. And depending on what type of zone they're playing, it could be on the outside, it could be in the middle, it could be in the seams, in the edges. In this case, they tried to attack the middle of the field, but this zone defense didn't allow it because they were able to see the ball come off the quarterback's hands, and everyone was able to react to the football and knock it away.
Here's Jones. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Bengals take possession. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
They send Green to the left on his own. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Looking for his tight end, Eifert, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowl safety, Cam Chancellor. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. throwing now. Wilson on first down. And that is incomplete. All right, different topic here. 2018, the Super Bowl, traveling north, far north to Minneapolis. Early predictions for that one. Who you got?
Well, you know, everyone's still waiting in the NFL for a home team to play in its home stadium, right? So could the Vikings be that team? I'll start in the NFC, and I'm going to say no. I think Seattle, starting to get near that maybe last run with their defense. Earl Thomas returns. I like Seattle coming out of the NFC. How about you?
Well, I'm actually going to take a Dallas Cowboys NFC title run. I think that they came so close this year, probably most talented going into next year.
I like that one. Well, in the AFC, I'm going to go with a team that if they improve their defense and their quarterback stays healthy, they could be that team, the Oakland Raiders.
Okay, I'm going dark horse. Cleveland Browns. Let's go.
Hey, from worst to first.
An extra defensive back in the game now here for 3rd and 4. They go play action now. Wilson rolling to his right. And he locates Luke Wilson. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. A big 30-yard play on 3rd.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
On first down, Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Again, we'll see the pistol here. All right, let's see what Dalton can do after the fumble recovery. It's caught. Left side, Brandon LaFell. And he eventually goes down, but not before reaching the 30-yard line. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys in plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
And the coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone. Time running out here on the play clock. Dalton operating in the red zone now. Underneath, this is Bernard. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Giovanni Bernard, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals take advantage of the turnover to put up 6. Here's Bullock now for the extra point. Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
And it's knocked away and incomplete. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. And a long way to go for the offense here on second down. Rawls, the lone man in the backfield. Wilson now off the bootleg. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
They're going to hurry back to the line now. Now Wilson on first down. Throwing the slant pattern here, complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target. Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it, sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. Well, they brought in an extra defensive back here, so probably not expecting a run on 3rd and 3.
A good call.
He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. A 3-yard gain and enough for the first down. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Here's Wilson. It's caught on the left side by Baldwin. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Doug Baldwin, 26 yards. And the Seahawks have made this a 1-score game. So they get the score, partner. Game's not over, but they still need some help here.
Agreed. They definitely need some help, but they took care of the first part by scoring themselves.
Hauschka now for the extra point. And this is back to a 5-point game. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. And Dalton to throw. To the left side here for Eifert. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
Speed, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
Halfback sent in motion. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. A first down throw coming for Dalton. He drops it off for Bernard. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And he goes in motion here in the backfield. Play clock winding down. Here's Dalton. That is incomplete. His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and short.
Give him credit for batting it away, but unable to come up with the interception. And sometimes that joke does come true. Guys are on defense for a reason. Maybe their hands aren't quite as skillful as the guys on offense, but a lot of credit on that play for just knocking it away. A nickel look by Seattle on 3rd down.
Yep, 5 defensive backs now. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. The play clock's running down. So Dalton now. And he dropped it. Now it was tipped. Altered the ball a little bit, but he dropped it. And now 4th down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. And the back goes into motion. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Bengals going for it. Here's Dalton. And that is incomplete. Marvin Lewis tries for it, but comes up empty. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, we gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. 13 yards there on the pickup, and the Seahawks are going to have a first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they could do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
So this offense really needs to make something happen here late in the fourth with the football. Wilson again to Rawls. And he stopped immediately there. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. They control the clock, they control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. They stay on the ground. Rawls again. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Let's see what the defense dials up here. 3rd and 4. He'll look to throw. And he finds Jimmy Graham. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Jimmy Graham, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Seahawks have taken the lead here in the 4th. All right, now the Seahawks face a big 2-point conversion attempt. Halfback sent in motion. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. They'll again try for 2, this time from the 7. Wilson going to throw for it. Eluding the pressure right. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off.
I know there's some time on the clock, but I still think you kick the extra point there and don't go for 2 and go for the win in that spot.
Yeah, time or no time, why not just take the 1 and even the score?
And then that way, no matter what, at least you know what you're dealing with now. It's a whole different strategy. You got to decide whether you're going to onside kick or just try and play defense and get the ball back.
Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Yeah, they practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. They send Green to the left on his own.
Hey, wide 20. Wide 20. Hey, hey. Fresno.
Back to throw. He gets this one to Boyd. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Watch left. Tight end to the left. Set. Wide 20. Wide 20. Hey.
They'll look to throw. He completes it to Boyd. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Fresh set of downs here.
I don't think you got it, son.
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right.
Blue 10.
Watch 54. Let's make these babies cry all the way.
Motion. Zebra. You got tight.
He's back to throw. He drops it off for Bernard. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Second down now after the pass completion.
Hey. Check three. Ready. 380.
The wide receiver moving to a new spot. On second down, Hill. And on this one, he'll get. And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
So it'll be first down here after the run.
Zebra. Switch. Ready. Wide 20.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Back to throw. Underneath, this is Bernard. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow. So how many practices we watched over time where the offense works on scoring late in the game and finding a way to win, as we just saw there?
Just saw it right there. Now can they preserve that advantage that they just got? And they will line up now for the two-point try. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. Now another try at two here from the 7 now. And he goes in motion here in the backfield. Here's Dalton to throw for it. And it is incomplete, so they can't convert for two. And now the lead stays at 5. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And out now come the Seahawks. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts. Got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route? That's not the way you're supposed to play it.
He'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. Here's Wilson. Muscles him off. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
to throw. He finds his man, Baldwin. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They'll look to throw. And that's caught. Did he stay in bounds, though? He did not. Ruled incomplete.
I think you have to chalk that one up for the defense there. Someone right on the spot. Excellent coverage. Didn't leave him enough room to come down inbounds, even though he did catch the football.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's 2nd down. Baldwin goes in motion right. Now Wilson. Now a desperation throw deep. This is caught inside the 15. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Doug Baldwin with time running out. And the Seahawks have taken the lead here in the 4th. So they're going to go for 2. They'll try and sneak it. And he will not get there. He comes up short. And they're unable to push this lead to a field goal as it'll remain a 1-point game. Now to send this one away following the score. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. He's got a man complete. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So the offense has it 1st and 10.
Strong left. Strong left. 3 down. Blue 10. Check. Blue 10. 3 down.
Eifert, the man in motion. And they just did not get the snap away in time. So it all comes down here to the right foot of Randy Bullock. This from long, very long range. And this doesn't get there. It's no good. They had to go for it, but their final effort here is going to come up short. Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.